And still in Adamawa State, the National Commission for Refugees has begun the distribution of educational materials to hundreds of school-aged children who were displaced by Boko Haram terrorists in the northeast. The commission says this move is aimed at making life as close to comfortable as possible for the displaced persons until they can return to their homes. Correspondent Owolabi Adenusi's report is packaged from our studio.
UNICEF records show that of a total number of 2.8 million residents in the three conflict-prone states in the northeast, namely Adamawa, Yobe and Borno, lack access to education. In these states, at least 802 schools have been shot, with 497 classrooms listed as destroyed. Another 1,392 are damaged but repairable. In Adamawa, school-age children who are victims of Boko Haram in internally displaced persons camps are the target of an empowerment program by the National Refugees Commission.
The Commission recognizes and applauds the consistent efforts of the government of President Muhammadu Buhari in bringing an end to insurgency and all forms of criminality in Nigeria.
Residents want stakeholders to do much more in improving enrollment for the victims of Boko Haram and herdsmen attacks who are now out of school.
Intervention not just from only government, but organizations like the recent Refugee Commission. Government alone may not be relied upon to do it. Other donor agencies, even individuals, have to weigh in to ensure that we return our children out of school, especially in this part of the country.
I want to appeal with the good people of Nigeria and the state for these children that are out of school due to security problem in the state, most especially these herdsmen and farmers' clashes.
The decision of the federal government of Nigeria.
The federal delegation also visited victims of clashes between farmers and herders in Numan local government for the distribution of organic fertilizer and to inaugurate a rice milling machine. The head of service of Numan local government expressed appreciation to the federal government for the gesture, but a beneficiary laments that it did little to ameliorate the challenges experienced by the IDPs.
In a critical condition by that time, because we don't have food to eat, no better accommodation, no roof. We just lying in outside, suffering with the mosquito malaria.
Earlier, the delegation had visited Governor Hamadu Umaru Fintiri, who assured them of his cooperation and assistance.
I will work with you in every way possible to see that these 4,000 Adamawa indigenes that are still in Cameroon are back home and we unite them with their family. The first 134 that arrived in the first instance, I want to tell you, Commissioner, that in less than 2-3 days, we have profiled them and we have united them with their families.
Insurgency has forced many children out of school in the northeast, and it is a challenge the federal government is determined to tackle head-on.